Up in the streets and then you'll never see him again or hear him again, you know. So that's like on the Philly side of things, and that could be anywhere, to be honest. But that's just going on a lot now in our city. Outside of just like the music, like violence, like that's the main thing that's been talked about and been going on in my city. Like it's like they shooting for like the murder rate to be at like 600, 800. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that's been going on crazy in my city, man.
Yeah, I mean, now let me see if I can throw another name out. Now I may be wrong. AR.
Yeah, that's like my folks.
So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, like that's like my folks. That's their family, and I deal with a lot of people on that side of time, on that side of things all the time. They always want me to come around to the studio, you know, vibe with them. A lot of them, they go through like, you know, street situations, like, you know, going through court fees, legal fees and stuff like that, with, you know, like trying to get up out of the court system. The justice reform is crazy in our city. Right. You know, like with the judges giving people crazy tick. What I mean by tick, like time, you know, like for like 9 cents. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just been crazy. But Ab, like it's been crazy with Ab because he's in the feds right now fighting a lot of federal charges and stuff like that. Him and his camp, and I'm not gonna really talk too much on it because I really don't know too much about Ab personally or a lot of people in his camp, but I got a few people that's in his camp that I talk to every now and then and I know personally, but you know, like they just be like keeping them in prayers and hoping that they come home and that they safe and that they come home safe in one piece. And then other than that, man, they outside of the stuff that you hear about through like negativity with like them with drugs and guns and all that stuff, man, they really some sturdy good dudes. Like they don't really mean like it's bad that they in them situations, but you know where we come from, it's like you gotta get it how you live. Like nobody really gonna give you nothing. Like it's some like it's old heads who don't even look out for youngins, it's youngins who don't care for the old heads. So it go either way. You know what I'm saying?
So let me play the devil's advocate in this situation. Okay, so what about some of the folks that may say, well, he made it. You know, he did it. So to have that be a downfall, do people say, well, he brought that on himself? Yeah. Because you can't play both sides because you're going to get caught in the middle at some point. You know what I mean?
True.
So a lot of times, like if you're able to, and I've used like Rollo in Atlanta for an example.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he had actually beat the streets, but then he ended up, you know, having to do, because when they want you, they want you. You're like, why wake up with a sleeping dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, let this nigga sleep so I can make my moves. Because once you wake them people up, they gonna put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So do you feel like sometimes when we have artists that still play both sides, do you feel like the community or the people shun them, or they make them a hometown hero?
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead first, Mark.
Now, with the way you just asked that question, you said the community makes them out to be that way. Are you talking about where we come from and the different hoods we come from?
Right.
As far as the community? I think what it is a lack of understanding from the people to a degree in the community per se, that these people that we see in our culture may be in the middle of a transition.
Okay.
Because you have to build. I just had a meeting real quick with Leaf and Art. We were just discussing some days before we came here. You have to build a foundation, and building what you're trying to build, particularly in the entertainment industry, everybody's not going to understand it. Most people won't have any idea.
Right.
So it's easy to stand on the outside and look at them and say, well, based on the rumors that I hear, things that are non-factually proven that I hear, what I'm assuming based on what I see and observe of them by the way they dress, by the music they make, it's easy to make that analogy. But what is factual about it? Right. Are you making that as a factual analogy based on strictly facts, or are you making that statement based on what you assume?
Right.
And if you don't understand what it takes to build a foundation to put together a company or a legal business or an organization, then you're just going off of what you assume you see. So you're just stereotyping them like everybody else would.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And too often in our communities, in my opinion, we all have grown up in the hood as far as minorities. We all have seen things that we shouldn't have seen at ages too young.
That's
so
true.
you can go back to how it says in the Bible. He who's without sin, let him cast the first stone.
Right.
You know,
and to piggyback off what you were saying, you know, shout out to Bread, but you know, that's the brother right here, and he works with being active from a legislative standpoint, because even when you talk about the Meek Mill situation and the judge and you know some of the things that she was doing and how she had to get dismissed from the case. Now this was a black judge, so if you have a black judge that's doing that type of conduct, then you could just imagine when some of you brothers are going in front of the Caucasian.
Exactly.
She was nutty, man. Like that ain't cool. You don't do people like that, especially your own kind. Like regardless, I don't care what color you are. Like you don't do your people like that, man. You take care of your people. It's so hard out here to come up. You know, like soon as a person get a little bit of success, you know, they want to celebrate it because like it took me so long and it took me so much to get it.
That's
like
true.
I just want to celebrate it a little bit.
Right.
Like you know, like and some people out here they shit on your celebration a little bit. Like
right.
so you get that little bit, they you know what I'm saying, they do that. So other than that, man, I just think that the situation that them dudes was in, it was just bad, like the wrong place at the wrong time. It was just because like just like Marv said, they was transitioning. You know, they was transitioning from the streets to turn it over to try to get a record label to be on positive type times, regardless if the content was, you know, dirty or nasty. But them dudes, they really didn't mean no harm like that.
Right.
For real. Like,
I see what you're saying. They weren't part of the environment.
Yeah, like now, all right, now think about it, right? They locked up now, so look at how the city is. They not even out. AR Ab, Dark Low not even out. You got all these young boys and people out here torching. I'm talking about they see you setting on fire. They see you, they setting you right on fire with a 40. They tearing you up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. They tearing them up out there. Like, and they don't care. And then you got people like AR Ab and Dark Low that's locked up, but when they was out here, y'all was like talking so negative and so scared of these dudes.
Right.
Look at what you scared of now. You scared of the young walking down the street with the mask and the gloves. You don't even know what type of time he could be on.
Right.
You know
and that's
what I'm
real. That's real. Like Pac said, you can take me off, but you ain't gonna want to see these next young cats.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking at now is these next young cats.
Right.
So from listening to you, I would imagine that your lyrics are like really streetish, harsh.
I mean, it's aggressive, pain.
Right.
Pain.
Okay.
Like I've been through, and to be honest, like I'm just a person where as though I challenge myself when it comes to music. So I'm versatile for real. Like I would like and love to say I'm drill based and like hustler music, trap music, but outside of that, like I might do a girl track and you might be like, yo, I didn't know you had that in you. Like I might do a cool track like, yo, I didn't know you like, yo, you can rap like that. Like, and being as though I just started rapping like around this time last year. Like I turned 29 this year. Like this is my first time rapping ever.
Wow.
Like if I let you hear something right now, you'll be like, yo, you had to been rapping for like 5, maybe like 7 years.
Okay.
No, I just started doing it. Like my man Clip, he was booked. And he always used to tell me, yo, Leaf, man, you should rap. Like, you should just play around. Yo, you should rap. He's like, no, man, that ain't what I get into. Like, I'm out here for real. Like, he was out there, too, on another level, but it was just the fact that he always wanted me to rap. And I never seen a vision that he seen.
But he seen it in you.
But he seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Leaf, come on, bro, come on. Then when he got booked, I just was, like, chilling. I was calling him, trying to get in contact with him. I couldn't get in contact with him. Like, me and him, we started building a relationship. And when I started building that relationship and I started calling him when he was booked, I didn't know. I was like, damn, like, where my man at? Like, you know, holler at my man.
Right.
And one day I was like, man, I'm rapping. I gotta holler at my man. Like, where he at? You need to hear this. Like, this is something he ain't never heard before. Then one random day he called me like, yo, I just came home. I'm like, what you mean? Like, I got locked up. I'm like, how? Like, I didn't even know what happened. But then when I told him, he was like shocked. Like, what? Then when I let him hear something, he was like, yo, like, I told you had it in you.
Right.
So I just rocked out with it from there. And then, like, ever since then, like, me and him, we make a lot of we make some songs. I make a lot of songs with him, majority, because I'm comfortable with him and his work ethic. But outside of that, man, I just be grinding and just trying to stay out the way, man. Stay alive, trying to survive out here. That's all.
And you know, Philly has always been, you know, a tough city. Like, even when you look at all the sports, like, I've seen them, like, when your ass losing, they on your ass.
Yeah.
Like, they not, losing is not an option.
Man, Philly can be a biased city. It can be, but they hard on you with anything, like, as far as music, like, you can't come out here and spit some BS. You can't. You can't. Even if it's alright, they might be like, nah, like, it ain't hot. Like, they want it to be hot. Like, they won't even give you a chance. Like, obviously, me as a person I am, like, I give people a chance because I like versatile. Like, I like just different. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you you probably never see another person like me again. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like you'll never see another person like me again. I'm probably like one of ones. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I'm just happy to be here, man. I don't know what else to say.
Right, and now that's real. I mean, like, you know, me coming from Chicago, and you know how Chicago gets down.
Yeah.
You know, the older you get, the more appreciative you are of just life. Now, one of the things you did mention was about pain music. I love Boosie, I love Kevin Gates, I love Derez Deshawn. I love Ziggy. When I heard Ziggy's track, the Help Me track, it's pain. You know what I mean? So going back, piggyback off what you're saying, when we coming from the projects and we coming from low income housing and we come from gang banging and dope slanging and prostitution,
Right.
there's pain in there.
Right.
That's just so much pain that goes through that. Death, incarceration, mental health,